Yes, my brothers, today we're going to talk about the shavers which I use. Not that many, but I'll go through them anyway. Right, this one here, this is the Remington M320C. It has been upgraded since I've had it, but I've had it for quite a while, so it's quite a durable shaver. It's rechargeable, so you can plug it in and it lasts pretty good. What I like about it is that if you want your beard to be a particular size, yeah, this one here has got the right steps. So if you want it to just maintain it at a particular length, use this, trim, and that's all you have to do. And you could do that week in, week out. It's very good like that. Right, another one is this one here, which you may be aware of. This is the Wow water shaver. That's all I know. That's the name. It says model 9920 on it, but it's more known as What a Shaver. Wow. Be careful, because there's two of these Wows. One is the one that's non-rechargeable, which takes the batteries, and the other one is the rechargeable one. Get the rechargeable one. Even though it's a bit more expensive, get the rechargeable one. The reason being, I had one with the battery, and when I was using it, I thought this is rubbish. It was only 20 bucks or so, but I thought this is rubbish, it's not doing anything, so I threw it away. I disregarded the fact that it's a good shaver. And then something said, just buy the other one, try the rechargeable one. So I tried the rechargeable one, and it's 10 times better. 10 times better. And it's got a nice T-blade on it. Can you see that? It's got a decent T-blade on it. And the cut is good. It's not too, if you suffer from shaving bumps and stuff like that, it's not too harsh on the skin. This I use just to trim the sideburns up here, around there and stuff like that, and over here. Yeah. This one here, which is the Wow Detailer, it kind of is the bigger brother to this. This is when I use this sometimes, but I use this more often. The reason why I use this more often is because it gives a better even shave, because when you turn it on, it's corded, so you just get a proper even trim, and you can do it for a while. So I use this more over to do everyday shaving, like everyday trimming of the thing and shaping. This is what I use mainly for shaping. This one here is my secondary one, but this one I use mainly for shaping. But I did change the blade. It has a T-blade on it as well, as you can see. But I try to, because with it you can actually make the blade 0, so it gets really sharp. But I don't know what I done, but I messed it up, so I had to get a new blade. I'll put a new blade on it and it's fine. It just works perfectly. I like this one a lot. This is what I use. And if you're growing your beard out, yeah, you don't want to trim it. You don't want to trim it every week or so. You don't want to use one of these. You want to trim it. I mean, you want to keep it neat, but you want to grow it. Yeah, there's two things, because some people, they grow their beard and they just leave it and it gets all scraggly and you just look like a madman. Yeah, you can have that kind of look, but me, I don't really check for that look. So if you want to grow it out and nice and thick and healthy and bushy, but you want to look more princely, or better, rather than a pauper, if you want to look more princely, then you need to kind of trim it and make sure it's neat. Yeah, so that's where you afro comb it out. But the little bits that all stick out that make you look like a crazy man, use this. Use one of these. This is what I use. This is a Babyliss. It's cheap. Babyliss. The model is 7498CU. It's a 7498CU Babyliss, and I just use it to trim the bits of hair that try and just make you look like a madman. Just trim them off. Just trim them off. It's alright. It sounds like it's dying. That's what I don't like though. It always sounds like it's dying, but it's not actually dying. That's its normal sign. And you just trim the hairs that are sticking out. Just trim them neatly, trim them down. That's all you do. That's all I do with this. And I like it because if I was to use this to trim, because I can use this to trim, because this one goes up to about 9, but once your beard gets a bit fuller, you can use this as well, because this has got a clip, an attachment which I haven't got on me at the moment, but it's a larger attachment. It's larger than this, so it will shape it down, but it keeps it nice and big, but it will keep it a certain height. But if you want to go beyond that height, even though it's higher than this one, if you want to go beyond it, just use this and just trim around it. Yes, you can use these and stuff, but they're too, look at the size of the blades. Can you see the difference? This one's much wider, so it covers a lot more area when you're doing it. So I prefer to use one of these, and I do like the fact that it's got a lever. That's what kind of attracted me to this, because some parts, for example, if you're shaving if you don't want to get too close here with this, then you can use this. It's got a lever, and it's one of the best. I think it's 0.5 millimeters, the actual lowness it gets. It's not too low, but it's good. So sometimes you get bumps here, and if you don't want to use it too close with one of these, or with the detailer, you can use this. You can get a reasonable amount of trimming on your neckline with this. So that's what I do. And like I said, I do shape around here, and I trim the neckline. If I show you, I don't know if you can see from the side, but the neckline is trimmed down. I don't leave this to grow. It just doesn't make sense to me. Sometimes I leave it, but most of the time, if I want to look kind of neat, I trim the neckline, and I trim around here. There's some bits here, just trim, shave that. I kind of left this natural, and I might shave around the mouth area and stuff, and the neckline, and round here just a little bit. I kind of leave it as natural as possible, and that's what I do. I hope this was informative to you, and if you can rate, comment, subscribe, it will help me a lot. So if you can do that, I'll appreciate that. Until then, next time, peace.